Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Entities Campfire and welcome to Chad's versus Tremor. Highly anticipated semifinals match we have going on here. We have Dinomelon, Finesse, Dame, and Slasher here on the Survivor side against Angels is Dracula. Beautiful Hellfire coming through, but a stun from Dame to follow suit. Not the start that you would want necessarily if you're Tremors, but the perfect start you want if you're Angels. However, Angels M1ing the car here. Did not like the taste of metal as Chase is going to be continuing onto the 3 side of the map, faking the window as Chase shall continue. Beautifully looped by Dame here. Has to try to win this beautiful mind game here. However, Dame just showing amazing pathing here. Angels just M1ing and M1ing, eating wood, eating metal, eating everything on the map. Nothing at all quite going his way here for this beautiful M1 that we're going to be seeing. Hellfire coming through, however, and Dame will be going down. We are seeing our first hook of the game. No pain resonance to speak of, however, so generators will not be affected. Talking a little bit about perks here, we are seeing Forced Hesitation, Ruin, Corrupt Intervention, and Pain Resonance. Strong regression perks as well as a strong chase perk here, able to shut down any sort of pallet save that might be going on from the survivors. Also able to shut down any escape if you're able to catch any other survivors off guard. Maybe a free tag coming through here as well. Strong perk. As this generator at 6 is going to be popping. A pallet drop at 8 now. And Chase will be continuing onto the Fun Bus. Hellfire coming through. Unfortunately, it will be missing. Slasher going to be taking it to Fun Bus. However, Angels are saying, absolutely not. I will not be chasing you. I do not use buses as my form of transportation. I prefer the underground. Dame finally going to be getting unhooked here. Finesse, however, with an FTP. And that means Finesse will be going down. There is no tunnel out. Now, Finesse is going down here. A quick down on the side of Chad's here. However, I think that, personally, Chad's can afford this. Because not having a tunnel out makes the game significantly harder for our killer here. Especially considering this is not a Pain Resonance hook. So, our survivors will still have it all to do, but our killer in a little bit more stress here. As we see another generator on the other side of the map being progressed. Dame going to be rotating. However, Chase going on onto Dinomelon here with that Dino Dwight skin. A classic for Dinomelon. However, Dracula choosing to leave this wonderful chase as Slasher will be taking a tag here. A beautiful tag here coming in through. Hellfire needs to land true. But it will not be, as the rock is just a bit too tall for the Dracula's. Hellfire wolf form coming through. Can we see a down? We will not be seeing a down just yet. Slasher playing this loop absolutely wonderfully. Red Stain Mind Gaming coming through. Can we get a down? No, we cannot. The scent orbs are not just enough. That's a down. That's a pallet down. My bad. Onto the side of the pallet that you don't necessarily want it to be, because now Slasher's going to be able to make it to this strong Fun Bus. No, it looks like Slasher chose a different path here, as Angel's deciding that he is going to have to leave here. It's very strongly played by Chads. Shack will be dropped, however, not before Dinomelon vaults that window, and Shack will be broken as well, so very strong loop already out of the game, and Dracula now is a lot stronger now that Shack is gone. We are going to be looking around. Don't see any of the survivors. However, we know that the survivors are working a generator off in the distance, being doubled as a matter of fact. Slasher needs to be very careful here at this Fun Bus, as we do find Slasher at this Fun Bus. Going to be going into wolf form, trying to see if he can make a play. However, vaulting through that window, double vaulting yet again. Double pounce coming through, not going to land true, which means Slasher will be living to see another day here. No down just yet. Trying to come in with Dracula here. Can we see a down for it is the question. If we do not see a down very soon, you can expect that Angels is going to be in a lot of trouble. Ruin is going to be cleansed as well with that, and we have no other perk to follow suit, so that means we're playing with 3 perks effectively as another gen pops in the distance. Slasher on the Z-wall, but it's not quite gonna make it. Beautifully played by Angels, and beautifully played by Slasher. Wonderful chase. As we see that Shack is being doubled here, and Finesse is gonna now be hopping on another gen, so Angels is still in a bit of trouble here. No tunnel out, only 3 hooked stages to his name, with 2 generators remaining. Not quite what you want to be seeing, especially on the Dracula, a killer that can sometimes struggle in a 4v1. Now that is true for any killer, which is why we're seeing tunnel outs. However, Dracula is especially true for. As we're seeing... No, we're not seeing Chase coming through because we know the unhook is happening. Chase going to be going on onto Dino, Melon, and Slasher. Slasher going to be the focus of Angels here. However, we still have to be wary that Shaq is still being worked here by Dame and also now by Dino Melon and Finesse on another gen in the background. However, that means that Slasher will be going down at the Fun Bus. Unfortunately, we will not be able to see what is going on in that chase, but we can assume that Slasher played it to the best of his ability, as that is a hook. And a Pain Res, I believe, to follow suit. No, Pain Res was already activated. Blast Mine going to be coming through onto Shaq, buying Finesse a lot of time on that other generator over at the 3 side of the map. I believe that is the 3 side of the map. Unless it was already popped already. Yes, it was. So that's probably one that Finesse is working on here. We want to camp Slasher to death. We are in a strong position where we can camp a 3 gen here. One will pop, but this 3 gen is beautiful, and Slasher, there's no need for us to leave this. As long as Slasher dies, we can count on a 3 gen. However, we will be slowly but surely trying to progress these 3 generators on this side of the map. Shaq going to be being worked here. It is not low progress whatsoever. Our survivors have to be very, very careful. We might even be seeing a death on hook from Slasher. But oh no, here's Finesse. Here is Finesse. Shaq will probably pop here. Angels needs to be very, very careful. This is not at all what you're looking for if you're Angels. We see Hellfire coming through, and then Dame also coming through. A tag coming in. That was just to buy time because Dino will pop the Shaq gen. Slasher will be dying, but this is still looking very, very strong for Angels. We aren't seeing any survivors here. Finesse needs to be careful. She is the injured survivor. 9 and 6 gates are the ones we need to be wary of as we're going into bat form onto the 11 side of the map. Can we find anyone? Can we find a reset? That is exactly what Angels is probably looking for. As we see 9 being progressed here, Angels going to be teleporting to that 9 side of the map. The gate has been gotten off of as we see Finesse taking chase into the 9 side of the map. You have to assume 6 is being progressed, taking chase over 2. No, keeping on to 9 here, wants to just die in this area of the map if she can afford it, does not want to give any more stages than is necessary. Finesse is also a person that was hooked before, not Dino Melon, so Dino Melon will be a fresh hook out of the gate here. You can probably assume that Dino and Dame will be out of this gate here, giving Finesse a chance at hatch, but that is not gonna happen, as Finesse will go down. A pickup onto Finesse means that this is a 2K. I'm not sure exactly the amount of stages, but if I remember correctly, that was 1 hook onto Dame, 3 hooks onto Finesse, and 3 hooks onto Slasher. My math is telling me that is a 2K 7 stages. Not a weak result, but not the result Angels might have been aiming for. This is still anybody's match. We will be seeing who will prosper and who will be taking round 1 right after a short break. See you all soon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Entities Campfire. It is Georgie on the Dracula playing for Team Chads against Ja, Patrol, Note, and Angels on the Survivor team. Chase going on 3 side already. Hellfire coming through. Unfortunately, we will not be seeing a tag yet. Angels taking a beautiful chase here, dropping the 6 filler as we're going on to the 6th side of the map here. Probably a pre-drop. No, Angels is feeling bold. We are looping this 6th side of the map here quite well as well. We are seeing a medium vault coming in from Angels. We will not be seeing a tag here. Georgie, we might be seeing a bit of panic from, as we will now see a drop of 6 going over to Shaq. Now, Shaq, a very, very, very strong loop when you have pallet against Dracula. However, if you do not have pallet, can make Dracula very, very scary. As we're deciding to leave that, we understand that we do not want to be chasing that. As we are now seeing Ja chase going on. That will not be a tag, however. Ja, beautifully, beautifully played. As we are also now seeing a chase going on to the, I believe this is the 9? Yep, this is 9 loop. Seawall going to be dropped here. As we're leaving, we are just deleting resources. That's all we care about right now. And see if we can maybe catch off any of our survivors here in a mistake. This is a drop of this pallet as Hellfire coming through. This will not be a tag here onto Angels. The wolf form coming through. This will be a break of the pallet. We should be seeing a tag here as Angels no longer has anywhere to go without avoiding one. This will be... No, we're not going to be pouncing. Smart. In my opinion, you do not want to take any chances here. That's going to be an M1 from the wolf form. Georgie's going to be running over to the Shack side of the map here. However, a Georgie will be leaving, kicking this 12 truck, teleporting to Shaq. We are not seeing Lapis Lazuli, meaning that will not be blocked. We hear Angels. However, we are not committing to Angels. We know that gens are being worked, and we know that 12 is being worked too, as we're seeing scratch marks as well as the gen no longer working through. Angels actually is here for some reason. Angels here for some reason, completely in a dangerous zone here, taking the first down for Team Tremor. And assuming we can find one, this will be our first pain resonance. No, it looks like Georgie was looking for one, but I don't think this is a pain resonance. No, it is not, unfortunately. Very unlucky for Georgie here, as we will be teleporting back to the Shack. We know it was being progressed. We can hear it being progressed. We also see it being progressed by Patrol. That is a tag. No Shack drop, however. That is still okay. You would have nice to get that tag and a Shack drop. Maybe a bit of a panic from the survivors. However, Team Tremor understands what they're doing. As we are seeing Note now. We want to get a tag here. We do get a tag here. Beautiful pounce coming in from Georgie. Will we be committing? No, we will not. We want to defend our hook, but hook will already be happening. As we're down to 3 generators remaining, almost 2. Tremor playing this very, very well, given the circumstances. As we are taking Chase over to the 3 side of the map loop. Window going to be vaulting. We are not committing to that. We are losing all of our gem pressure here. We need to be very meticulous about the chases we are taking, as we're going to be kicking Shack now. And we're going to be, again, surveying the map for any survivors. Note, stealthing. Ja, another place away. Getting reset for Angels. Patrol, running out in the open, perhaps purposefully trying to drag out Georgie, as chase will be happening onto our 8 loop here. We see Georgie with 1 pounce. Can we see another? No, we cannot. Very unfortunate for Georgie here. That was looking very, very good, as we will get a drop here. No Hellfire to speak of. Very, very good gamble from Patrol, and it did pay off, as 12 will probably pop here. Shack is not being worked. We are going back over to 12 here. We know it was very close prog, as we are now leaving. However, you and I both know that this was being worked. Perhaps Georgie does not quite understand where the survivor is and doesn't want to waste any time either, as we see scratch marks into the Shack side of the map here. Going to be vaulting through, not seeing anybody, however. And we are, here we go. So we see scratch marks and a Centaur. So we know someone is looping the Shack. We see Ja looping Shack efficiently. However, is going to take tag for it. Not before 12 pops, however. So this is still a very, very good result so far for Team Tremor. Vaulting the window of 8. So is the wolf. Not finding anybody. We want to go back to Shack and defend it with all our might, as we are seeing that there is someone here in Patrol. Patrol getting onto that Shack generator. But nobody around at 3. Georgie is still looking for some sort of down. Now, I want to talk about why we're seeing a lot of wolf form and not a lot of vampire form. The reason why is because wolf form is very, very good at tracking survivors with that scent orb. And, I believe, can also see pools of blood a lot better. As we're seeing a tag, beautiful pounce coming in from Georgie as Patrol is now taking a tag, taking it to the fun bus side of the map. Vaulting. Do we vault again? No, we do not. Patrol, wise to what Georgie is trying to do. Not going to quite work out. Batform to get back to Shaq here as quickly as possible. We see that there's someone here. Shaq finally going to be dropped. As we use Hellfire to kick it. Kicking Shaq again. Eruption was still applied, so this is just general regression. We need a down. We need it now. This is not looking good for Georgie here. We are seeing, however, Angels here will take a free tag. If this is a free tag and a free down, this would be very, very good for Chads here. However, that'll be a kick onto the fun bus. And this is a very, very, very strong bus as well. There it is, Z-Wall Gaming coming in from Angels as a down will not even happen for it. Vaulting again is Georgie. Finally we get it down, but is it enough? As Adrenaline will proc and Angels will get up off the ground. Oh dear, Georgie cannot be asking for a more disastrous result here as Angels will still be alive. Angels still going onto the 9-sided map. Hellfire will come through and finally Angels will be on the ground, but we need 8 stages or at least to tie this as 3 is being worked. However, it is all but too late. 3 survivors will be out of the door and Angels will be dying for his team, making this a 3-stage result. Beautifully played from Tremor. This was devastating for Team Chads. Unfortunately, Georgie was just not able to find a quick down. Tremor was taking the chases so well. They played every loop efficiently, played every gen efficiently, just not giving Georgie any sort of leeway. And this is 2 strong teams, and how 2 strong teams can counter Dracula quite easily. We will see how the next set goes for both our killers and survivors after a short break. See you all soon.